addiction.
Right.
So
That's
I
true.
don't wanna, I'm just trying to sort that through in my mind.
The way I sort it through in my
So-
mind as a clinician,
Let me
Go
just say
ahead.
this. So if they were to go and work on themselves and be able to clear some of the victimizing energy that brought them to addiction in the first place, they're still left with the addiction.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
And the way I organize it is I'll make a contract with the person that, okay, you're gonna deal with the physical addiction. You're gonna do whatever you need to do to deal with that side of it. And I'll help you deal with whatever it is that sent you there
Brought
to
you there in
begin
the
with.
first place.
Right.
Yeah, okay, that's, yeah. And it's interesting because some,
And I don't know if that's the greatest approach, but
no, I
that's
think
the
it's,
approach that I feel like I can handle.
right, I think it makes complete sense because you can help them with that, but they're the only person that can help themselves make the choice and go through the hard, you know, physical symptoms of having to stay off of something that their body craves.
I mean, there are three issues. It's a physical, emotional, and spiritual. There are three components. So all three have to be worked on.
That's right.
3 components to addiction,
To getting, yes.
To getting at it.
Well,
So the emotional piece is the piece that wants that.
sure,
to feel something
it's the avoiding of death layer, it's the
avoiding
comfort,
death
it's
layer. Yeah.
it's all that. But then you have the physical component that really supports that really well. All right, so if something is always getting you, you know, if you get one, then something one of the other three come into play.
So
Because,
what would you say about the spiritual part?
what would I say about this? Want to jump in?
Yes,
I could.
and just let me generally say, and forgive me if you guys know this already, but I've known a dozen people who've been on psych meds and therapy and tried everything under the sun until they worked the 12 steps out of the big book. And that is a loving tour through the layers, you know, in programmatic fashion. Myself among them, like Jeff said, it's emotional, it's physical. With, you know, I've come to understand, this may not be accurate or clinically correct, but you know, developmental problems have spiritual solutions. Doing the steps acquaints us with a connection with that spirit, this spirit, and the internal spirit, and gives a resource that I never knew existed before doing the work, and connecting around, you know, above, around, within, is how I and countless others recover. The detrimental thing to it is it's a lot of work, you know, pen and paper, you know, resentments, you know, where am I at fault? How am I being selfish, dishonest, self-seeking, and frightened, all the way back to childhood? You know, so you got a stack of notebooks of resentments, fear, and sexual, you know, maladaptation, shall we say. You share that with a sponsor and then make amends, and all of a sudden, I'm not depressed. I don't want to kill myself. Oh my God, I have human connection through on a heart level, you know? I deserve to be here. I don't know if that answered the question. But
You know,
Yeah.
yeah,
Quite eloquent.
that was my soapbox anyway.
the
So,
Yeah.
yeah.